So do you remember where we were? He says to me, not everything has to be poetry though. And I thought, oh no. Okay, do you see that moth? Somewhere here, it's very, very frenzied and very full of longing, and it's just been hurling its tiny little moth body at this patio light for the past 20 minutes just because it physically cannot imagine a world without brightness. I'm like, that is poetry. Or do you remember when the waitress said ice cold, just dropped casual similes into conversation through loose fingers like dice across a Monopoly board? That's poetry. Or the way neither of us have eaten that last chip. I mean, it begs the question, why are you sticking your finger in the mayonnaise if there's a chip left on the plate? But we both keep eyeing it. We're just watching it get slowly colder. And I'm like, doesn't love kind of exist like that? Sometimes it occupies this space between what we really, really want and what we're willing to take. And then he pulls a face and I'm like, okay, immediately calm down. I'm not saying that I'm in love with you, okay? God forbid a woman talk about metaphor. So we move swiftly on. I'm like, what about the way people profess that they're nursing a tea? You know, like Earl Grey might need winding or burping, or at the very least, just to be cradled between compassionate palms. I mean, that's basically Shakespearean, isn't it? What about the way beetroot stains your fingertips pink, or almond milk does that weird curdle in coffee? Or what about the way the floorboards creak even when nobody's walking on them? It's like the house just needs to clear its throat. And what about the bus stop with its wet, warped bench, damp graffiti, someone's blunt carved declaration, I was here. As if being was ever something we needed to prove. And even you, with your aioli devotion, you got your elbow on the table like you've had a really long week, but there's life in you yet. Do you know, it's almost reverent, the way you push, then scrape and swirl the curve of the ramekin. I mean, it's one of the worst things I've ever sat opposite. But if I was in the right mood, you might even be poetry too. And as for the rest of it, the road-like reflection of the moon on the water, the way it sort of disappears into nothing as it meets the horizon. Do you know, in Sweden, they have a word specifically for that. I might mispronounce it now, but the word is mangata. And it literally translates to mean moon street, I mean. What about the way the fridge knocks its little light on every single time you open the door, or that half second before a kiss, or IKEA's Billy bookcase assembly instructions and how they might as well exist as hieroglyphics for perseverance? What about that voice note you listen to on repeat? Or those photos you don't really look at but you just can't bring yourself to delete? Or what about the way this soft light is just falling on your face? Or the fact that light is even something that can fall, and the sun is something we can catch. You know, the way people say that, oh, you've caught the sun. I'm like, what is that? What actually is that? If not poetry? And he just looks at me for a really, really long time. He doesn't say anything. I can just hear the cogs in his brain like tick, 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 tick. And then eventually, he says, fair. Okie dokie. Tell you what, long story long, I ended up marrying that man. Can you believe that? That's a lie. I never saw him again. But I do still think poetry's wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.